One thing you about to know is if you have a state animal in Wisconsin, ours is the badger. It's like a skunk with a big backbone. You need to train your state animal to sniff out the nest of mosquitoes so you can find its location, because there's no reason you should go to a lion's den and get bit 8 times. So at the main places where all the mosquitoes are, start at your state parks. Wisconsin, we have more state parks than any state. And so we don't have a great time infiltrating if we can train a badgers to sniff them out. Second thing is, I have heart murmurs in my vehicle. How long does it take to crap out? Billionaires who are having their hat in the ring with the politician. The fact of eugenics is one for billionaires to toil in. So when you're a not an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, you put in line domestically or foreign overseas population growth. One place of the population growth that it accumulates further than lightning is in places of poverty. And this is disturbing to billionaires and philanthropists because there's no way of handling it unless you induce strategic abilities. One of these are handling and dealing with the dismay of everyone around you. It can be handled more tastefully if you just have it be politicized. And one of the ways of politicizing things, so you create a problem and then you mandate it, sign for relief, and you look like a hero. And I guess the reason for wearing a mask is to be safe, and I applaud that effort. But if you're wearing a mask, is you behind it, are you scared? Aside from normal, it would be that you would be scared behind it. That would be in order for having it on to be secure. It's not there, and then the allowance of keeping the politicians and big government in front is highly politicized by just enacting an insecurity. And I'm not trying to belittle the threat of disease, but wouldn't you like to know more about that initially so you can make way instead of having a way made in a one-size-fits-all force? And so you can get the best of the best and the cream of the crop, the top of the heap, if you're not in a juxtaposition constantly fighting a battle that should already just not have occurred from a war happening. So the appraisal of approval is a great way of making money if you're media. I don't know why the TV, they get like this great safe haven where people think that it's impossible for them to lie. So they're given like this great scape where they can sugarcoat stuff for, well, I guess ratings. And so if the ratings are high, everyone gets a piece of the pie. And so more politicians in your life running things. Is this something people want with big government? Supposedly that is going to be accruing more and more the higher and higher ratings TV gets with their safe haven of sugarcoating everything. I don't know if you like getting chased by mosquitoes or if it's bad things are in sewage and it goes up into the air and it feeds the mosquitoes or flies. If you leave your car door open or your window open or like a pie on the window seal and it's cooling, are you scared that there's going to be flies that come and lay eggs in it and then you eat fly eggs in your pie? I had just a cup of coffee the other day, and after drinking it, I saw there was a hair inside of the cup. So small mistakes like these, it can ruin an entire evening. But if the hair would have dissolved inside of the drink, I wouldn't have even known about it. It's just the distasteful lingering in the back that you wouldn't even notice until it ruined your whole day for no reason, and you'd be thinking, why did my day get ruined for no reason? Maybe a sign wasn't as clear as it could have been because it was broken. And that's when an irritant from irrationality will skyrocket. If the common decency threshold is like at a going rate that is skyrocketed, how well something is made can have a correlation of quantum aspects just by it being prevalent. I have a hologram without a red and blue shifting, and then the red and blue shifting occurs not when two glasses are at lensing angles, but just an occurrence of the light of either going for or away from the viewer. So there's the parallel perpendicular aspect of any hologram. It has the red or blue shifting in occurrence by default. The doubling effect is when a lensing occurs off of another one and they're at the right angle. You can see from both the light traveling through will tend to pop out an image from a reflection off one or the other onto each other is how the hologram occurs. There's a lot of claims, there's a lot of features per claim. Per capita is made for the beneficiary. What is ever said and done could be incriminating, especially if it's fabricated. However, the ones that would invoke tyranny would be not only trying to illuminate the fabrication, but be elusive at the same time. Hopefully the judging can have on some rose clear darkly lenses. One thing you can get is good sound support for proper hearing, and a key witness would understand that from a point of view. These crickets aside, however, have got an acclaim for their own accord. For any of the apps that could go down, we need our apps. And so even if they go down, stick close to the highways and you'll get some great radiation there. With artificial ingredients and preservatives, it dehydrates those eggs, giving them a longer time to expire when they've been baked into the batter and cooked and then processed and put on the shelves of baked goods. It has a longer expiration date. Not roll over, but to just explain how they're not lunatic. Two people yell help, and then we heard some running. For bending the will and common decency at the going rate, if it's under attack, whenever you go to the register, like a credit line, like if something pops up, if you're using a card, which in a lockdown, they're pushing only to use cards, and cash and coins are dirty, so don't do that. And at any point it comes up where like the magnetic strip got hit, their battery went down on their register card scanner, and then you're in a world of hurt if you're trying to just get something and then it has to go off of like a credit that's bending the will. You'd be in a world of hurt. And the truth out there, if you can see it or not, and I'm going to be going in depth with filaments, granules, anything across the board, and pixels, and so you can get the best of the best and the cream of the crop, the top of the heap, if you're not in a juxtaposition constantly, fighting a battle that should already just not have occurred from a war happening, just fighting in not order to being getting diseased.